Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we're gonna be playing some Warframe, and happy Friday. So I'm not sure what I have planned today. I'm just gonna randomly play the game, I guess, until I figure out what I want to do. Because there was some adjustments I wanted to make to some builds, but I'm not really sure where to start. So yeah, we'll just kind of figure it out. All right, let me get things set up here. All right, let's do it. Resource booster. I guess we could do that. Why not? Why not? Let's see what we're doing. We could try running the, what's it called? Not the Archimedean, but the other one. The Demos one. No, actually, it's not Demos. It's 1999. I don't prefer it, but I'll just bring my strongest frame and call it a day. What's the best weapon for Goss Prime? Whatever you can dream of. He's actually really good with any weapon. Anything you want. What's up, Trains? Meltron. Going on? Temporal. Let's see what's happening today with this.
Make sure we get a gold star on each one.
Oh, I can't do it? Oh. I didn't know that the 5 uses also goes with the deep Archimedean. I had no idea. I thought this was separate. Okay. I guess I can't do it today. Yeah, I had no idea. I thought they both worked together, or they had their own separate points. Interesting. Oh well, so I can't do any Archimedean stuff. So let's see. Let's knock out some of these, I guess. Late loadout in my end. Eric. Let's I don't know, why do I have an Atlas? Oh, because of the stat stick. I forgot we don't have stat sticks anymore. Let me see. I could probably work on my Atlas build real quick, because I forgot that he doesn't use a stat stick anymore. Okay. So what do we do with Atlas now? I don't know if I should copy paste my stat stick build onto this one, or yeah, I'm not sure what to do with this build. Borrowed today? I don't know. I didn't. Let me see if I got an email. Yeah, he is today. Started using the Zephyr build. You love it? Nice. Very nice. How do I get mastery fast? You don't. It's not fast at all. It's a very slow process, but all you do is just keep leveling up new Warframes and new weapons. And by new, I mean you just crafted it, you got it to level 30, then that's it. Now you move on to the next one, and you rinse and repeat that process for the rest of your life until you get to whatever mastery you want. It takes a long time. How do I unlock the 3 other proto frames in the mall? You just buy them with real life money. Can you unlock proto frames through actual gameplay? Does anybody know? All I've known is just swipe your credit card. can't decide if you want to stick with RuneScape or Warframe. That's an interesting two different style of games. I'll tell you that much. Like if you would have asked me, you're not sure if you want to stick with Black Desert Online or RuneScape, I would have had a better answer maybe, but for me, I'd rather go for the newer game because one, graphics, and one, I don't like the top-down view of RuneScape. What did you build your Mesa to do on Overframe? The same thing she's known to do, destroy shit, basically. Let me see. I don't know what I want to do with this build, so I'm about to just copy paste something. What does my Magastar look like? Alright, Blood Rush. Sacrificial Steel. Organ Shatter. See, this is the thing that sucks about these Exilus weapons is you don't have access to Rivens, and my Riven on my melee weapons is what really scaled the damage like ridiculously, but nope, no Rivens for you, sir. Where am I? All right, I need Organ Shatter. And I'm missing what? The Riven. You see? The Riven right there. That blows, man. So, I guess the main thing I had on my Riven, I don't remember. More crit damage. That blows, man. Nah, I can't do Sacrificial Steel. I don't know what to slap in there. Probably can't even slap anything in there now that I think about it. I don't have enough points. We can try this convert energy bullshit and see if it works. What's my crit chance like? 112. Let's just try fucking around with it. Boy Soul, how you doing? Can you use Galvanize mod on Landslide? Landslide is the first ability, right? I don't know the names of shit. Yeah, because basically, see the Landslide Fist Prime, whatever. Now they have it so that it's an ability, or it's not a stat stick. You don't use stat sticks anymore. Now you're using an actual weapon that's designed for the Landslide itself. So that's what it is. The First Descendant is doing promos for season 3. Well, that's cute. I saw a couple random live streams. I was watching a little bit of like the First Descendant and stuff. It looks like the same fucking game. They haven't really changed anything at all. So that's a bummer. All right, let's go in solo because I want to practice. What does the yellow mastery thing mean? Yellow mastery. What yellow mastery? Yeah, it's an exalted weapon that's built for landslide. On the planets, mine are blue. I don't know. Maybe it's because of Steel Path. I have no idea. I don't remember why it's yellow. Do you use faction mods? Not at all. No. I broke down my thoughts on that on a video, mainly because I'm just too lazy to switch my build. And yes, I know about the freaking loadouts. I'm not using the loadouts. I don't give a shit about switching my build, period. That's why I don't do it. Does melee duplicate work? I don't know if it works or not. And no, I'm not really doing red crits. Eh, damage seems kind of like okay. All right, there's 5 million right there. Well, the damage, all right. Like okay. Oh, I got 12 times multiplier. I just realized. Oh shit. Okay, so they are giving you melee multiplier now. So that is a nice buff. All right. Okay. So when you get that 12 times multiplier, it actually scales up pretty nicely. All right, so they did fix Atlas. Cool. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Not too shabby. I'm just not sure if the melee duplicate is working. I don't know if it is. Thoughts on the AX-52? It's a cool looking weapon. I never made a build for it. I don't really make builds for weapons. I'm more of a just make builds for Warframes type of guy. How's my day going? It's just literally just starting, so good so far. I'm here. How do you get Grandel's ability on Atlas? It's the Hemlift. You get it in Demos. You gotta be friends with Sun on Demos. That dude didn't want to die. Oh, all that, all that fancy animation for nothing. Is this Chroma? No, this is Atlas. Chroma ain't this cool. I wish that they would rework the fourth ability on Chroma. Oh shit, I ran out of energy. Wasn't paying attention. Alright, let's try this again. Ran out of energy. Very nice. Alright, where's this guy? Where is he? I killed him, but I don't even know where he was. I guess I got his loot. I don't know. Like, I don't. The Stalker came out and I fucking demolished him, and I didn't even see his face. That's the power of Atlas. I can't believe to this day people say that Atlas is trash. Like, you guys are freaking super sleeping. Crazy. A lot of people sleeping on like literally the best frames, and they're just kind of like, nah, I don't play that shit. I only play meta. I only play Siren. You know, and I haven't really seen too many Sirens, but I see a lot of people talking about like, oh, Siren is the best character. It's just like, but where? Excalibur needs a rework. He got reworked like 20 times already. Like, how many reworks does he need? Yeah, you loving Stynax? Temple? Temple's alright. I didn't really care for him too much, but he was alright. What do you think of Valkyr? Valkyr is great. I like the rework, but it's kind of like what's it called? It's a melee version of Araxia, basically. So that's what it is now. Breakdowns of Zephyr's augments. You know, I meant to make a video about augments, but I don't know Zephyr's, like all of Zephyr's augments. I only use 2 of them. So the one I use is the one for the first ability, which scales the damage. So as long as you stay airborne and you keep pounding on the ground, you'll scale damage infinitely. And then the other one that I use is for the 2, and that one scales your damage for how many enemies you pull with the 2. So it's only for secondary weapons though. So your secondary weapon will start doing a fuck ton of damage the more enemies you hit, basically. So those 2 are my favorite. I don't know about the other ones. I don't remember. There's a lot of rescue missions. What the fuck? We already know what that means. Play the rescue frame. What melee am I using? I'm not using a melee, but the one I have equipped is dual Icar and Karnan, but I'm not using it.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Duplicate doesn't proc on most hits. Okay. Is there like a cooldown with how often duplicate procs or something? Do you have recommendations for Goss? I have a build. Link is on my channel to my overframe. That was actually the first build I made when I came back from my long break. Was my Goss build, and it works really well. Oh, oops. All right, let's get out of here. Let's skedaddles.
A valuable lesson.
Something new dropped today on Warframe? No. Clear everything now with your frost build. Very nice. I'm glad you're liking the build. Yeah, put you on Araxia. Yeah, Araxia is awesome. I love Araxia. So you're new to the game and you kind of messed up. You can't mess up in this game. All you do is just learn. That's it. This whole game is about just collecting shit, so you're never really messing up. The only way you mess up is if you delete your account and start all over again. Like that's the only way that I can see that as a mistake. What's your 3 most favorite story quests? The one and only, honestly, is the Second Dream. Second Dream, I remember when I first saw the Second Dream, it made me emotional. And I was like, yo, that was fucking work of art storytelling. Like, I actually really enjoyed it for what Warframe was at the time, you know, because Warframe wasn't really a story game when it came out. Like, it was just kind of like, it gave you a basic little rundown of enemies and stuff, but it wasn't actually trying to tell a real story until like closer to when Second Dream was coming out. Like, you could tell that the storytelling was starting to take a notch up and up and up. So yeah, Second Dream was definitely the #1 and ultimate favorite story. I don't have any other ones that I'm interested in really, other than the Jade storyline actually caught my attention, and it left me wondering, you know, what happened with the Stalker's baby and blah blah blah, all that stuff. But we never got any answers, and I don't know, hopefully someday we get some answers. But that's it. That's the only other storyline that got my attention. Everything else is just weird as fuck. Like, a lot of the stories are just so like out there as far as like their creativity, like their Hideo Kojima-ness, to the point where it's like you don't even understand what the fuck is going on. So like most of the time I don't know what's happening, so I usually don't even think about it, and I don't dig deep into lore. I'm not that kind of guy with Warframe, so I'm just kind of like, whatever. I play this game just to make builds and fucking blow shit up, and that's it. That's like the main reason why I play this game. What the fuck is this? Oh, I gotta go through the whole maze and all that crap. God. This is annoying. Oh, I can't just walk in there like that. Oh, it does work like that. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could do assassin strikes with fucking Wukong like that. That's cool. Today years old. Look. See? That's pretty interesting. I didn't know you could do that shit. All right, how do I get in there? What is this fucking mission? Where's the keypad? What in the hell? Oh, here it is. Jesus Christ. Went around in circles like 3 times. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. This place is confusing.
You are a blade. You exist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson ends.
Yeah, what really got confusing with the story was the wall. When that fucking wall face showed up, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Who was smoking like the biggest fucking joint on the planet Earth when they made this crap? This is fucking weird as shit. But yeah, we saw some pretty interesting things. I'm MR30. If you could add an extra mod slot to one frame piece of equipment, what would it be? I don't know, like I have no idea, because my builds, the way I have everything set up, I have it set up pretty nicely to the point where I don't feel like I need anything else. So like, I don't know, there's, you know, the things that I think about is maybe augments. Sometimes augments feel like they should have been on the Warframe to begin with. For example, Mag's pull thing. You know how you pull like equipment towards you, like materials and shit like that? That should have just been an innate thing that Mag does automatically. It should have been just a part of the passive. But they decided to make a whole ass augment about it. So it just feels like a lot of times augments are just kind of like a band-aid on the problem that a Warframe had. And I feel like, you know, like for example, Araxia, you see how Araxia can't use melee with her 4, right? I feel like they probably at one day would end up making an augment so that you can use melee on Witcher 4. You know what I mean? Like they'll end up doing some shit like that, and then it's just like you should have just had it to begin with. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's kind of how I feel about most augments in this game. Yeah, augments should have their own slot. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Kind of like an Exilus type thing. Yep. Just got Wukong after 17 hours. Congratulations. Happy Friday, Pog. Am I excited about the new update? Nah, not at all. I mentioned this before. I actually made a video on that. So if you want to check out that video, it's like 2 videos ago, basically. Where are you streaming? What do you mean, where am I? Oh, Twitch. I'm on Twitch and YouTube also. Oh yeah, I'm burnt the fuck out of this game. Hell yeah. Super burnt out. I only play this game for you guys. If I wasn't a content creator, and I've said this a million times, if I wasn't a content creator, I wouldn't be playing this game right now. Like, straight up. No bullshit. What I would be doing is laying in bed and catching up on all the movies that I've been missing for the past years, like decade or more. That's what I've been doing actually lately. Like yesterday, I was gonna stream. I sat on my computer and I'm like, do I really want to stream? And I was thinking about streaming something else. I was gonna stream like a different game. But I was like, I don't really feel like streaming today. So then I just laid back in bed and started watching like a bunch of movies. I saw this movie called The Contractor, and that was actually pretty good. That was a good ass movie. I enjoyed that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing on my time off. You know, the thing is that when you get older, you get to this point where you just don't really want to fucking stay on one fucking video game forever. Like it gets kind of tiring. Like I used to have this whole like grind mentality when I was younger. Like I could literally stay playing a game like World of Warcraft or Warframe or City of Heroes or any of those MMOs and all that shit, and I could stay on that shit for like 8 hours straight, non-stop, no break type shit. And I can't do that anymore. Like at the absolute most, I'm playing for like an hour or 2. So yeah, things changed dramatically over the years. Do you need Steel Path to get Arcanes on your secondary? No. No, you don't. You just go to Zaraman. Go to Zaraman and do Void Cascade on normal. You just won't get as much. Because I think the drop rate is a little higher if you're on Steel Path. Let's see who I'm gonna play. Do some Kuervo for a bit. I haven't played Kuervo in a while. I forgot how to play Kuervo. Trying to get my Incarnon to fucking work. Can't even proc it. I'm doing too much damage. See, you guys are always saying like, oh, the 4 is fucking whack. Like, look at this shit. Fucking melting everything. How is it whack? I don't get you guys. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit! God damn. We're doing so much damage to my operator, I couldn't freaking move. Is that it? Yeah, I guess so. There we go. Did the stream go offline? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it looked like it just reset. It reset on Twitch. I've been having this problem with my internet where it randomly would just like break off for like a literally a quarter of a second, and it's enough to like fuck up everything. I don't know why it's doing that. I think I might put Araxia's ability on Kuervo's 3. I'll start using that. Araxia's ability is so fucking good. I forgot that white numbers mean red crits. I totally forgot about that. See how I'm doing? My internet is doing horrible right now. Is it time to leave yet? Can I leave? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. There he is. Let me move over to the next one. All right, the internet came back. And Bloons Enjoyer, thanks for the Prime. I don't know if you're still here, but I'm having like severe internet problems today. Really? You survived? This melee for Kuervo, anything you want. You can literally use anything. Anything your heart desires. Yo, for real though, can I leave yet? This is supposed to be just like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. I'm good. Oh, oops. This is the Ignis Raft still good? It's good for regular non-steel path. There we go. Steel path, it's kind of iffy. Like, unless you pair it up with a Warframe that has armor stripping capabilities or some way to weaken the enemies, then the Ignis Raft is not going to be as good. But yeah, it just mainly depends on that.
So we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
You're kind of lost with Warframe. Do the story. That's it. That's all you need to do. I know there's a lot of content. There's a lot going on when you log into Warframe, but honestly, just take it step by step. Start with the story. Once you're done with the story, or when you start having trouble with killing enemies, or you feel like you're too weak and you're dying too much or something, that's when you gotta consult the YouTube gods and you gotta go look up a video, look up some builds, you know, like that's it. That's the only time you should be like getting advice. Other than that, just enjoy the story and enjoy the ride. Oh, I don't know about plastids. Google that, because I don't know where it drops. Just wherever it drops, whatever planet it drops on, then just do either survival or a defense mission. That's it. Those two missions are the best, regardless of what type of material you're trying to grind for. Alright, so that's it pretty much. I don't want to do those. So let me see. I wanted to get that one. I think it was Arcane Fury. Let me look it up. Dude, this is why Google is your friend. I say this all the time. You go over here, you type in the name of the game, Warframe, then the thing you want, Arcane Fury. And then you look it up. The wiki is always the first thing that pops up every single time. And then boom. All right, there's the augment I want, or the arcane. Then it tells you where it drops. Acquisition. Let's see. The highest chance to drop is from fighting the freaking Eidolon, which I'm not gonna do. Fuck that. So what we could do is grind tier 9 circuit, which would be annoying. Or do Neptune Proxima. That's in the railjack to the Orphix. You have a 3% chance to drop. That's the only thing that I could really farm, I guess. Rotation C, which, yeah, that's going to take a fucking long time. See, it tells you how many rotations and all that shit. It's going to be a long grind. Or you can go to my favorite website, Warframe.market. You check to see how much it is. Just buy it from somebody that worked real hard for it. That's the way I do it. You see, only four platinum a piece. I'm just gonna buy it off of somebody. Fuck the grind. So I could buy a maxed out one, or I can buy it individually. What I like to do in this situation, because it requires 21 arcanes to make a full 5-star, basically. So I'll do the math on it, and I'll go and I'll break out the calculator, and I'll be like, okay, so 90, this guy's trying to sell it for 90, divided by 21 pieces, that would be 4 platinum a piece, roughly. So that means that guy that was selling it for 4 platinum is pricing it fair, but he only has 3 of them in stock. So the guy above him is selling it for 5. He has 11 of them in stock. And it looks like there's a consistent amount of people that are sitting at 5. So I can buy off of each person one by one. But that would end up being more expensive than just buying it for 90, because you know, you do math again, and you do 5 times 21, and that's 105 platinum right there. So I'm better off just buying it from this dude. How much platinum I got? I don't have enough platinum, so I'm broke. This is like the first this is the first time I'm broke on platinum. So what I would have to do is either sell some of the shit I got, or just suck it up and not give a shit. And I think I'm gonna suck it up and not give a shit right now. I'm not gonna bother with it. But anyway, that's a rundown of my thought process, at least when I farm for stuff in this game. I don't farm really. I just buy it off of somebody most of the time. I just don't have the patience to farm. I have more fun actually playing the game and making the build and just testing it rather than doing the farming process, because there's a lot of people that would come to me and they'll be like, oh, but you're ruining the fun when you're just buying it off of somebody. No, I have fun playing the game. I don't have fun repeating the same fucking mission for like hours and hours and hours and hours. That shit is tiring, depressing, and frustrating, especially when you don't get the thing you want. So you're doing you did a whole run, it took you like 10 minutes to do the run, you got nothing. You do it again, 10 more minutes, and then you got nothing. 10 more, you see what I mean? Like it ends up just getting depressing after a while. So I have more fun playing the game rather than farming. Nah, I don't take loans. I'm good. I don't need it. Like if I needed it, then I would have. I have plenty of platinum. I could go sell and all that shit. I have like at least 30,000 platinum that I could make right now if I wanted to sit on the trade chat and, you know, actually sell all my shit. Do you have any god roll ribbons? I don't know what a god roll is, because like the numbers are just so random and stuff. Like I don't know what consists of an actual god roll. I don't have any thoughts on that new frame because we weren't shown anything. I need to see abilities. So if I don't see the abilities, I'm not gonna have an opinion. You always buy as low as possible. Yeah, that works. Like, yeah, if you have the patience to do that, then that's awesome. Oh, you can see my PC specs. It's in my bio actually. So like on YouTube, if you click on my description, you'll see my specs. Like it should be in there. I remember updating it. It's also on Twitch too. But as far as playing on 4K max settings, I'm playing on max settings right now, but I can't play on 4K because I don't have a 4K screen. What's the most annoying farm for a frame? For me, it was probably getting Citron, because I just don't like the repetitive of doing the same mission over and over. The same with Varuna. I remember back in the day, people used to complain about Equinox a lot, but I didn't really find that to be a big deal. It was like the whole day and night bullshit. It didn't bother me. And the same with Zaku. Like I saw a lot of people complaining about Zaku's grind. I'm like, dude, this shit was easy. You ever play Meta Arbitration? Meta Arbitration, what's that? Grendel was a slog. I bought Grendel, so I don't know what the grind was like. The grind for Citron is over in Mars. It's this Tiana's Pass. This place. You just gotta keep doing the same mission all the way to 20 minutes for a chance at getting a piece of her. If you don't get the piece, then you'll get those little crystals, the red and the blue ones, as a pity currency. And you take that over to Demos and trade it with, what's his name, Lloyd. Lloyd will give you, you know, a piece when you get enough of those rocks, basically. It's pretty annoying. It probably took me like 4 days to get Citron. Have you played? Question mark. What have you played? Which Incarnon on rotation? I could check on Warframe. Let's see what we got. We got Bratton, Lotto, Scanana, Paris, and Kunai. Then you got Mesa, Chroma, and Atlas in there right now. Then Borrow is holding on to Prime. What's this? Expel Murmur. So a faction mod. Prime Dual Rounds, Prime Convulsion, Prime Redirection, Prime Smite Grenier, another faction, Scattering Inferno, and then Prime Ammo Stock. And a bunch of other random bullshit. It's worth it to get these Prisma weapons, by the way. If you're a new player, it's just free MR, basically. That's it. It's not a website, it's an application you have to download. It's only for PC. The meta arbitrations farming 1,000 Vitus Essence per hour? How the hell is that? Like, what kind of strategy you do to do that? Do it solo or something? Because, you know, the problem with arbitrations, at least when I've done it with like public groups, everybody kind of scatters all over the fucking map. So sometimes the vital essence will end up like fucking 1,000 meters away, you know. So then you have to go run all the way over there to go collect it, and it gets kind of annoying to have to deal with that. Oh, you want the Magistar Incarnon? Probably next week. Usually when you're wishing for it is when it pops up. That's how it works for me, at least. What's up, Oppressed? I'm glad you like the streams. Got the Peak Arizona. Hell yeah. Yeah, I stopped at the gas station yesterday after work. Picked up some. Let's see. What we doing? Just go do anything, I guess. Well, we got some easy ones in here. We could do these. Hold defense. Do it in public. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Never mind. It's fine. Too late. You still have fun playing? Yeah. Yeah, I have fun. Do I want to play it? Not really. But there's a difference between being burnt out and being not having fun. You know what I mean? Like, I have fun blowing shit up. I have fun playing with my builds and stuff. I just don't really see a purpose. I don't have a purpose anymore. So that's why I've gotten burnt out, because I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't have anything to do anymore. This is usually when I would take a break for like 3 years. I'll go like literally uninstall this game and go play other things in the meantime, and then I'll come back to this 3 years later to a fuck ton of content. You know what I mean? Like that's how I enjoy playing Warframe. But since I'm a content creator, things are a little different now. I didn't make content when I first started playing Warframe. I didn't start making content until like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years after Warframe came out. So that's the difference of my mentality now with Warframe versus back then. So that's why there's a lot of people that think that, you know, I hate the game and all this shit that they're always saying all the time. I'm just, every time that I vent, or when I'm talking about features that I wish the game had and all that, it's because I'm just hoping that, you know, we could see some improvements to the game, and that's it. Like that's all. I care for the game, and that's why I'm asking for these improvements. Like, if I didn't like the game, I wouldn't be talking about it at all. You wouldn't hear a fucking word from me, because I would have been uninstalled it and never played it again. It's that simple. So that's the big difference. So if you see me talking about something, it's because I actually enjoy it. Oh, it's only primaries or shotguns or whatever. How you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing? Yeah, this is Kuervo. Hey Garrett, thanks for the gifts, by the way, on TikTok. Appreciate it. And Thomas. I don't know how, probably I probably missed it a long time ago, but thank you. Is Revenant a good frame? Yes. Is Carrier still good? Yes. Yeah, I know you're talking about that lady that jumps up in the fucking thing in the arena and all that. Yeah, she's pretty annoying. No, this is not Steel Path. This is what's it called? I forgot what it's called. Swordy. It's not Steel Path. What is your hottest take in Warframe? I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. I don't know. Probably like the thing I think about is I get so many viewers every day that are asking me, is so-and-so frame or so-and-so weapon, is it good or not? And, you know, every single weapon and every single Warframe is good. It's all about your build, you know, and it's an endless cycle of the same question over and over and over. And it does get a little tiring, you know? So that's why I've gotten to the point where like if somebody asks me, oh, is Goss Prime good? I'll just say, yeah, he's good. And that's it. Like I won't elaborate. I won't tell you why he's good, because it's all based on you. My personal opinion, I don't like Goss. I don't care for him. Is he a strong frame? Yes, he is. Do I have a good build for him? Yes, I do have a good build for him that does millions of damage. Is he fun to play? Not really. He's all right. You know, like that's my thought process. I'm not gonna tell you that he sucks because I don't like him. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna tell you, yeah, he's good. Go get him. And that's it. So same with weapons. If you guys want to play with the fucking Stug, go for it. I have a great build, by the way. Just check it out. The link is on my channel for a Stug build. And you can do Steel Path with it, no problem. But you literally can make anything work. It really doesn't matter what it is. Goss crying in a corner.
The odds were against us, Tenno.
But we did it.
What's your favorite thing to grind for? Nothing. I don't like grinding at all. I really don't. I have no fun grinding. I enjoy making builds and then just seeing how they work. That's my enjoyment. And then theory crafting. Ooh, what if I did this hemlift? Ooh, what if I put this mod? Ooh, what if I put this augment? That's what gets me excited. That's what I have fun with. I don't have fun with grinding. The grinding just comes along with the playing the game, you know? Gara Prime good. Here we go again. You see, and I just talked about that whole situation, and we're getting the question again. Yes, she's good. And my first time player is Volt, a good pick. You see? We got it again. I literally just talked about this like not even a minute ago. How every frame is good. You just have to make a build. Whatever. I'm gonna let everybody else do the work on this one. What do you think about the Sobek Kuva? I don't have any experience with that. Should I gamble my entire life savings? Go for it. How do I use my art gun in a regular mission? You have to get the launch segment or whatever the hell it's called. I forgot what it's called, but you get it from the clan base, I'm pretty sure. Is your Legolas bow build good for Steel Path? Legolas bow build? Which one is that? I don't remember which one that is. My melee weapon is a dual Ichor. How can you do the Necromech Night Wave without the Necromech? I don't know. That isn't... Sounds like you got a problem. I have no idea. You got a little bit of a predicament. Now this Wukong is flying through, doing his thing. Oh, it's the Natterrook. It does work with Steel Path, but it's not optimal. I do need to make adjustments to that build. Yeah, you should have just said Natterrook because I was like, which one was the Legolas build? I don't remember. All the builds that are on my Overframe are Steel Path viable, by the way. I didn't put anything on Overframe that I wouldn't use in Steel Path.
Hurry up. You are running out of time.
I'm in your debt, Tenno. Let's go home.
Thoughts on the new trailers from TennoCon? Yeah, it looked pretty cool. I ignored most of the trailer of that Tau stuff just because of spoilers. There was way too many spoilers. So I just saw like quick glimpses of it. I saw that they're reworking the freaking operator finishers or whatever the hell they're adding to it. But that was it. Like, I was trying not to get spoiled, so I didn't watch most of that. What's Steel Path? Your MR12? Don't know. You don't need to know. It's fine. But basically, Steel Path is hard mode. It's kind of like, I don't know if you're familiar with New Game Plus in single player games, but that's what it is. It's New Game Plus for Warframe. So once you finish the freaking the main game, like you finish every single mission on the whole game, you do it all over again, basically, in a harder difficulty. That's what it is. It's not necessary. You don't need it at all. It's just for funsies when you're bored. That's all it is. What's a recommendation, steady way to get good plat? My method is prime mods. So you see how Borrow Katir showed up, right? When Borrow Katir shows up, my thing to do is to buy the popular mods, whatever popular mod of that what's it called, of whatever he's selling. So let's say, for example, the ones that I find to be probably the most profitable is prime convulsion and then prime redirection. There's also the faction mods. Some min-maxers would be interested in that, but it's not really going to be as much as the prime convulsion and the prime redirection. So that's why what I would do is I would pick which one I feel like is a better profit maker or a better money maker, whatever. And I'll buy as much as possible. So I'll just buy like 10 freaking prime convulsions and I'll just hold on to them. I'm not going to sell them yet. I'm going to wait a couple weeks because I'm going to wait for the hype to die down and wait for the prices to go back up. Once the prices reach about 130 platinum for a maxed out 10 out of 10 of this, I'll go ahead and I'll max it out myself. I'll put it up for sale. People come and they buy it, and boom, 130 plat, 130 plat, 130 plat, and it's consistent. So that's how I make my platinum. That's my favorite way. Like some other honorable mentions is prime continuity, prime flow, what else? Anything that is like super necessary in a build. Like the way, what you could do too is you can go on Overframe and you can kind of look at builds too, and that will give you more ideas of like popular things. Let's say, for example, the Magastar is a pretty popular melee weapon. So you can see right here all the mods that people like to get. You see prime pressure point, prime fever strike, and the sacrificial steel. I don't think you could sell that, but you see what I mean? Like you can kind of look at this list and then you can kind of get an idea of what to do. You could even sell, you see like the blood rush or whatever. I don't know if it's worth a lot, but doing stuff like that will definitely make you some plat. So then you can kind of just look at other popular things. Let's say right now, a lot of people are playing Araxia. Let's see what she got going on. So if you look up Araxia, you can see people are using Prime Flow. You see, and that was one of the ones that I mentioned. Prime Flow, Blind Rage, Prime Intensify or Precision Intensify. You know, shit like that. And then you go ahead and you just start selling those things. Make those your target. And that's it. So that's how you can make some platinum too. Just figure out what people want and give it to them. The website is called overframe.gg. Then the other website you're looking at is Warframe.market. This is another one to pair with. So let's say Prime Flow, then I can go on Warframe.market and look it up. Prime Flow. And you can see how much people are selling it for. You see they're selling it for 115 at the lowest. It seems like they average 120 to 130 platinum. And then it starts scaling up. Word. You see it starts going more and more expensive. So what you could do too at this point is you can look at the lowest person. You see how this guy is just undercutting the whole fucking lot of people here because he's just desperate to sell. So don't ever follow the first person that's on the list. Always follow the ones behind it. When you see a lot of people with the same price, you see 120, 120, 123 times. That means that's already a baseline of an average price that people are willing to sell this for. So what you could do is you could even go on trade chat inside the game and then just like explore prices, see what people are asking for in there. So if you have the patience, you can sit there and you can kind of see. So you already know 120 is a good like price range right now. If you see somebody saying, hey, willing to buy it for 150 plat, message that motherfucker quick and say, hey, here you go. I got you. And then boom, you got yourself more plat than you would have got over here on the Warframe.market. So you just got to be quick with all that stuff to get good deals and all that. Do you think Banshee will ever get buffed? Yeah, eventually. I'm sure that she'll get a rework eventually. She got a rework a few times, but it was always bad reworks. It was always to nerf. So we'll see what happens next. All right, let's do another random mission. I want to play Loki. Kind of in the mood for Loki. Let's see. Oh, we gotta do this assassination. Endo farming recommendation, do arbitrations and then mix that up with bounties. Like any open world zone where they have access to bounties, like just do that. Because if you look at the list of like what the rewards are on there, it usually says like 3,000 Endo is the reward, like of one of the chances or whatever. Just keep running those bounties over and over, and you're guaranteed to eventually get 3,000 Endo, 3,000 Endo, 3,000. It's gonna happen. So that's my favorite method. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll get 3,000 Endo over and over, like, and that's the only thing that drops, and it's fucking awesome when that happens, of course. I could put my decoy over there and have him press the button. You have a build for the hate? No, I don't. Reddit farming method, I just do what's it called? I do index. I don't know why it escaped my mind. I'm Puerto Rican. That's why it's better to do this shit by yourself. I usually don't team with people because it just makes it more time consuming. I'm not farming anything. Yeah, this is Loki. I know fucking leave. Oh, it appeared in the freaking ground. Hey. Oh shit, they could actually kill my thing? I didn't know they could kill that. My operator. Lady's so fucking annoying.
I was expecting, I don't know, more.
Ah, god damn it. Keep falling off.
Losing my patience, Tenno. No more playing. Come on, Tenno. You're like a corpus drone with a dead battery. You ain't getting no airtime. I'm losing my patience, Tenno. No more.
Every time I'm about to pick somebody up, they revive themselves. Oh god. Oh god, I got knocked down twice.
No, no, no.
Wrong way.
Nicely done, Tenno. Defeating Kella in front of our audience will show all Grenier that there is another way.
MR30. No, I don't watch sports. Top 5 Incarnons. I can only name maybe 2. It's Felarx and Latham. Those are my favorites. And then the Fenmore is pretty good.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I heard about Ozzy. That was a while back already. And then Hulk Hogan too, yesterday. Yeah, I have a build for both of those. It's on my overframe. All right, let's do one last mission and then I'm gonna take a break. I think, yeah, we could do this. What did we even get out of that last mission? I didn't check. No, the music is from Phantasy Star. Oh, I got a weapon reactor? Oh, okay.
There are no second chances.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter. I sense it. Track it with the synthesis scanner. Don't let it escape.
One melee, dual Icar. Arbitration equals platinum? Not really. It's more for Endo. You do this for Endo. And you can make platinum. Because those little iron sculptures or whatever, you could sell those. But I don't. I keep them to myself. How do you use Revenant? You just press the 2 and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. The 2 equals win automatically, especially if you use the Augment for it. It makes it even better. But then you're sharing it with the whole team. Make everybody invincible. You just got Sevigov Prime, but I don't know how to play him. I don't know how to play him either. Like, I would have to actually play him in order to, like, understand how to play him again. I don't really play him too much. So, you're just as lost as I am. Just look at each ability and read what it does and just try to understand what each ability does before you just start pressing it for no reason. That's number one. Thoughts on Rhino? He's great. What do you think will make a killer prime? Corvex and Kuervo would really be cool. Definitely Citron. At least for me, Citron. Citron and Kuervo. I'm looking forward to those. Feel like Corvex wouldn't change much as a prime. No frame changes much as a prime. The purpose behind primes is for the skin. That's it. Stat wise, you're not gonna see a dramatic difference between a regular and a prime. Because if you're using the same exact build, copy paste over to the prime, it's gonna be the same output, same thing. You might have a little bit more energy than before, but it's not enough to like save the character or make it like dramatically better. Like, oh my god, the prime is so fucking good. It doesn't work like that in this game. So it's all just a skin at the end of the day.
Extraction available. You may leave now.
All right, let's get over to the next one. Every time I hear this song, it makes me want to play Phantasy Star Online again. I love this song. Oops, I went the wrong way. Whatever, I'll leave. I feel like taking a break. I think I'm gonna go watch a movie or something. I saw that South Park episode yesterday. That new one. Do you think new mod training quests will be worth it? Hopefully. I mean, it's for new players. Hopefully it's enough to understand the game, because new players be struggling. I just made a video today, actually. I just posted it on how to mod. Just like some beginner ideas of like how to mod. But it's still, I'm barely scratching the surface of what modding is. And that was still like a 10-minute long video. How long does it take for you to make a build for a weapon? Usually the same day. Like I'll grind for an hour or two and I'll make the build. Because usually most builds require 5 to 6 forma. So having to re-level it like basically 7 times is the hardest part, obviously. But Elite Sanctuary is the place where I go when I'm trying to level up weapons. And make sure to unequip everything else and only use the weapon you're trying to level up. That's the fastest way to do it. And if you can do an like a XP booster, if you can run an XP booster, then that makes it even better. If you don't want to spend platinum on an XP booster, then you could go to any of the relays like on Earth or something and just chill there until somebody gives an infinity booster, like, you know, some MR30 person gives it to you. That's it. Like it's not as strong as a paid one, but it's still better than nothing. The best weapons for Steel Path is definitely Incarnons. So you can get them all from Zaraman. Or most of them, at least. You get different color Archon shards. It's all random, but the purple and you know, all those other ones, green and all that shit, those you have to create those. So you combine the yellow with the red, or, you know, like some shit like that. You got to combine the regular ones to make the rare ones. What's up, Kravix? Oh, you like the Cycron build? Awesome. I'm glad it was helpful. Your MR8. What should I start farming now? Just continue to do the story, and you can farm whatever you want. This game is about collecting stuff. Like it doesn't matter what you collect first. Like it really doesn't matter. You just play it at your own pace, and you figure that out in time. You're not gonna know what you like unless you get it, you know? Like I could go and I can tell you Loki is the best Warframe in the game, and then you run out and you go farm Loki, and then you'll say, man, I don't like this guy at all. Like, you know, so I don't know what you like. So I'm not gonna recommend something because I don't know you. You know what I mean? So that's the whole thing, and that's the whole reason why this game is like, you know, what they say, a marathon, not a sprint, because it's just about collecting shit, and that's it. You figure out what you like in time. That's why I always tell new players and returning players all the time, your main objective is to finish the story. So to come over here to the codex and start banging out all this stuff, main quest, side quest, all this shit. The moment you're done with all this crap, you should understand how to play Warframe, and you should probably get to the point where you're like, okay, now I want to focus on getting this. Do I want to focus on getting all the Warframe primes? Or do I want to focus on getting all the regular Warframes? Or do I want to focus on getting this weapon or that weapon, or Incarnons or Tenet weapons or Kuva weapons? And it just keeps going and going and going. There's so much shit to collect in this game. There's not one way to play it. You just play it, and that's it. You figure that out in time. That's why I don't want to like overwhelm a new player, because they'll just get like so confused that they'll end up just quitting the game. And that's what happened to my fiance. She got very confused and she eventually just quit. But she did that out on her own accord. Like I didn't push it on her. All I told her was just do the story. That's it. I told her to do the story, and she was doing it. The main problem she ran into is when she was doing some of these main story quests, she would get into some situations where the mission was just too hard for her to handle on her own, and there was no way to team. I couldn't go into the mission with her because she was in a single player story driven quest, and she may have had difficulties with a boss fight, or she may have had difficulties with navigation, like how to get around the mission, or got lost trying to find an objective. That's all stuff that DE needs to fix. That's on them. But yeah, she ended up getting frustrated because of a lot of that. So yeah, everybody has their own reason for quitting Warframe, but you know, it is what it is. That's why I tell people, just do the story, and that's it. Let's see how they go. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well. That's why I don't get sad like when I recommend Warframe to a friend and they end up quitting within the first week. I'm just like, oh well, I saw that coming. It's almost like a test, you know? Like this game is a test of your patience. It really is. So if you can't handle it, you're just gonna move on and go right back to whatever you were playing before, Call of Duty or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Like that's why I'm fine with playing this game by myself, and I've always have been. for years. Yeah, hopefully that mod quest helps. Hopefully. So you're dying randomly on Steel Path? I mean, there is a reason why you're dying. It's not random. What frame are you playing? Like, there's a lot of factors also. Because some frames are like just really squishy. Then there's other frames that are tanky, like Revenant, for example. Then you have, you know, frames that kind of avoid damage, like Mirage or something, or Loki also, because you can make decoys and stuff like that so that the enemies are just shooting at other stuff instead of you. You know, so it just depends on your playstyle and what you're playing. That really determines survivability in Steel Path. You just got to learn how that character works first. How to get Namalon? I don't know what that is. What's the best survival frame? Revenant. Like, if you just want to sit there and just absorb damage, Revenant. How am I so chill? Like, what's going on with other streamers that they're not chill? What are they, like, yelling at the screen or something? Dual Icar is done today. Very nice. Revenant is so boring. Then there's also Rhino. Rhino too. I mean, Rhino can be boring also, but at least his kit is a little bit more interesting, I guess. It's always him. What prime weapon is good at MR8? I don't fuck with prime weapons at all. Like, anything pre MR14 for me has always been the Ignis. So Ignis to Ignis Wrath, I feel like, is the best weapon. Period. Oh, no yelling. You know why a lot of streamers yell? Because that's a lot of their crowd is children. So children love to be yelled at for some reason. I don't know why. They love this fucking crazy like they love that. I remember when I first got into streaming, my cousin, she was still very young at the time. She would tell me that same thing. She's like, I wish that you were more like excited and more like screaming and like, you know. She wanted me to be like, what's that guy that does Mario content? I forgot his name. Let me look him up real quick. Dashi. She wanted me to be like Dashi. This guy. All he does is fucking yell at the screen all day. This dude. See, look. He just yells at shit all day.
What? Oh, it's like the entryway. It's a nice spot. Wait, what you do for a living?
He'll get scared for something and then he'll start screaming his ass off.
Is that like a septic tank?
Gonna
Go
happen.
back to the basement. Next game.
You know he's gonna scream at the screen eventually.
You did well.
It's basically the PewDiePie effect. That's what it is.
At high. Guys.
And of course, nothing's happening.
Go in here. Pizza free area. Oh man, I'm in trouble.
Anyway, like I remember when he was playing like Mario and all that shit. And he was like just screaming for every little possible thing. And I'm not hating on Dashi. How is this hating? I'm just showing what my cousin was talking about. She wanted me to be like Dashi. But anyway, that's why I'm just chill, because I'm me. I'm just being me. Speed is a good example. Yeah, Speed is a good example. Yeah, he does yell a lot too. Yeah. He's like international now. Like he's been all over the world fucking doing all sorts of shit. But Dashy, he does screaming as his intro. Nah, we ain't hating anyone. We grown up men. There's some grown up men that's still hating on stuff all the time. I see it all the time, especially on TikTok. I'm always seeing videos all the time of somebody talking shit. Like, you know, the ones that are always talking shit about like Drake and all that. Or then you have the Drake defenders that are talking shit about Kendrick and all that. Like, it's like, damn, people still do this shit? Like, who gives a fuck about what Drake is doing in his real life day to day? Like, all we should really care about is just the music. Like, it was the same even with Michael Jackson. Like, people were going crazy about oh, he's a pedophile and all this shit. And it's just like, did we forget the music? Like, you saw how fucking crazy popular the dude was. And then all of a sudden, like, everything got destroyed with all those allegation stuff. I don't think it was true. Who's your favorite frame design wise? I think about Zephyr. I think about Gara. I just wish that Gara could get a buff. But like, I think about kits that work well with each other. Varuna's another nice one that works really well, flows nicely. Citron flows nicely. Like, the ones that don't need a Hemlift are the ones that I really love. How do you clear the star chart fast? Why are you trying to clear it fast? That's the real question. What's the rush? Started my Warframe grind. How long is the game until you start farming stuff? Day one. On the first day, you can start farming stuff. All you got to do is get out of the tutorial. That's it. The tutorial is like 5 minutes long. Yeah, the game is farming, period. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get the whole rushing to Steel Path and all this crap. Like, oh, what's the fastest way to get to MR30? Like, I just don't understand you guys. Like, this is not Destiny. You know, it's not about getting to endgame. There really is no endgame in Warframe. This game is more like a sandbox game than a typical like MMORPG and all that shit. Because the whole objective behind Warframe is to just collect stuff and to have fun making builds. That's what it's always been for me. I didn't care about what frame is the best one, what weapon is the best one. Like, that doesn't exist in this game. It's not like in Destiny where it's like, you got meta setups that are like, oh, I got to use this weapon and I have to use this fucking power set and for it to work well with it. You know, like there's nothing like that. Like the same with the Division, like you're wearing like certain types of gear to work with certain types of weapons. There's none of that bullshit in Warframe. You just pick a Warframe, pick a weapon, have fun. That's it. Some setups work better than others, of course. There's always going to be that, but you kind of play however the hell you want. Because when you think about it, you go to Steel Path and the enemies, let's say they're level 120, they only have like maybe 50k hit points at the most. So if you're doing millions of damage with every fucking bullet you shoot at an enemy, then you're already overkilling the fuck out of the enemy. Like, super overkilling. So there's people that actually try to like make builds where they're doing billions of damage, and it's just like, that's overkill as fuck. I mean, I know that people love to see big numbers, but it's overkill for a majority of the content. So that's why I always use the same setups all the time. You'll see me with the same weapons. You'll see me with the same, like, I'll change out my Warframes, but I always run the same setups because, like, I have no point. Like, I'm already doing millions of damage. Like, what does it matter? I'm already overkilling the enemy. So, there's that. Yeah, you got to make your own fun in Warframe. Yeah. Yeah, my thing was just making builds. So that's what gets me excited. Like I remember there was a new augment that came out for Atlas a while back, and then like I got excited because I was like, ooh, I can't wait to see what kind of build I can come out of this. And then I started messing around with hem lifts, and then I started like trying to like add on to it, and that's what I have fun with. That's my fun in Warframe. That's when I have a good time. Are you hyped for Soulframe? Not at all. I didn't like the Soulframe alpha, so no, I'm not hyped. As long as you clear the mission, that's all that matters. I mean, it being easily is up to you, but as long as you're clearing it, you're good. Ready to get Wukong? I'm ready to buy him with the 670 they gave me. What? You talking about platinum? Why are you trying to buy him? Just get him from the freaking clan base. Did I complete the Steel Path star chart? And go for it. Why are you asking me? That's like you getting like a brand new car and you're like, should I fucking drive it? I don't know if it's a good idea if I should drive it or not. Just do it. just do it. Why not? Instead of damage number, it should say you win over and over. Or game over. Or it should just roll the credits. When you hit like 1,000,000 damage on an enemy, it just rolls the credits. That's it. You beat the game. Yeah, it's in the dojo, yeah. Is the arrangement of Requiem mods or required mods? What do you mean? Usually the arrangement of your mods don't really matter. The only time it matters is for weapons. Because like usually if you're trying to throw an extra element on a weapon, then you want to put the extra element as the bottom right of the screen, like right here. Because there's this thing that happens where if you're trying to put two elements together, you see like electricity and toxin. Typically, if I wanted an extra element like heat or something, then I would put these two over here on this side and then put the heat on the corner so that I could have that heat by itself. And it actually will give you an extra element of heat. So that's the only time it actually matters to put it, to arrange things properly. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Oh, you're talking about liches. Oh, that's different. Yeah, you have to arrange it properly. But it is trial and error, yeah. Okay, so you're talking about that. Okay. Yeah, that whole thing is the Parzon. So that's, you see, you have to put things in the proper order. Like, starting from the front, going all the way up. So, like, these Netra and Loki and all this shit. You gotta put it in the right order. So it's all a guessing game with all that bullshit. My favorite game besides Warframe, City of Heroes. I would be playing it right now if it wasn't for, you know, all the issues I had with copyright strikes and all that on my channels. It didn't really do well, you know, like view-wise, but I got a lot of copyright strikes from NCSoft. They were sending me cease and desist and all sorts of shit, so that's why I stopped. Your opinion, what's the best way to farm index. I just do it with a public group. I'm too lazy to, you know, do it by myself. But you could do it by yourself if you have the confidence. Just bring Revenant. That's my go-to guy. That way you don't get one-tapped. You can do it however you want. Goss or Loki? Both of them. What's the best MR to be for Steel Path? It doesn't matter. You could be MR5. It really doesn't matter. You got a build for Panzer Vapala? No, I don't. Hey, what's up, Aqua? Goss or Volt? Get them both. What do you think about Loki? Loki's great. You did arbitrations with an MR6 and it didn't go well? I mean, the MR doesn't mean anything. I was running around as an MR1 on my second account. And I definitely had more knowledge, because that's all it is at the end of the day. It's about knowledge, knowing how to play the game. Do you like the new proto frame for Wisp and Haro? I like the Haro one. I could feel the vibe with that one, but the Wisp one I'm not feeling at all. I don't really care for it. It's pretty interesting how they decided to make Wisp a nun when everybody's only objective is to stare at her ass. So how's that gonna work out when that skin comes out? I don't know. It's kind of controversial, but I feel like they did that on purpose. Pretty funny. They were just like, everybody's staring at her ass, right? All right, let's make her something innocent so that you're not supposed to stare at her ass. But now they're still gonna be doing it anyway. So we're sexualizing nuns, basically. What are some good hemless for Kuervo? I use armor stripping on him. So, like for example, on mine, I swapped it with the 3, but I think I was actually gonna move over to using Araxia's ability now on my Kuervo. So I was thinking about doing that. I'm using Terrify for armor stripping. But I'm gonna transition to Araxia's, because the cool thing about Araxia's is like it's basically armor stripping anyway. You're making the enemy weak, so it works in the same kind of light. But then at the same time, it functions better because you just place it on the ground and call it a day. You don't have to think about having to like use it over and over like with Terrify. So that's why I think I'd prefer to do Araxia's ability. Are any of the Prisma weapons worth it? Yes, get them all because you need MR. That's the only reason. Just get them all for MR. I don't use Prisma weapons at all. They're just free MR. You want to use Warframe, but you're worried about getting banned? Oh yeah? Are you? I'm using it right now. I've been using it for 3 years. And I've been making videos about it every single day, pretty much. I made multiple videos. I promoted this application so much that if anybody was going to get banned, it should have been me. So if that doesn't convince you that you can't get banned using this thing, then I don't know what does. And it's no different than out tabbing. It really isn't. Like, what's to stop somebody from going like this? From just going to freaking Overframe.gg and Warframe.market and fucking the wiki. You know, it's the same shit. The same thing. I'm looking up advice. I'm making it easier on myself. Oh no, ban the guy making it easier on himself. So that's basically it. Why would you get banned for using Alcoframe? People have this idea that if the application is communicating with the game, then it's a form of modding, which would ban your account. That's what they think it is. But DE has even confirmed that, you know, they're okay with this stuff. Like, they didn't name it directly and say, oh, Alcoframe is safe. They didn't say anything like that. It's like a use at your own risk type shit. But they didn't say you can't get banned or you can get banned. They didn't say anything about that. So like I said, I've been using it for years, no problems. I know plenty of people that were using it for years before I even got into it. So by this point, they're probably using it for 6 years, you know? I don't know. But I haven't heard a single soul getting banned. So unless they get banned for a different reason and then they blame it on Overframe. Like they were in the chat, like fucking doing all sorts of crazy shit, saying some like wild stuff in the chat, and then they get banned and they're like, oh, it was fucking Alcoframe's fault, you see, because I got Alcoframe and look, I got banned. No, like it was because you were talking shit in the trade chat. Ureli Prime, yeah, she's good. How did I come up with my username? It came from Bone Thugs and Harmony. My original name that I was using was Ruthless, which was like the record label basically from Eazy-E. And then I saw too many people with the name Ruthless running around when I was playing City of Heroes. So I decided to come up with a different name. And I was listening to the song Family Scriptures. And then I was like, okay, I think I'm going to use the word scriptures. But I decided to change the S's to Z's instead. Because like the S, you know, when it's just S's, it just sounds like religious. And I'm not really religious like that. No, I am, but I'm not at the same time. Like I'm just kind of whatever. But that's basically where it came from though. Kuervo Deluxe looks so Predator. Oh, that new one. I didn't really care for it too much. I wasn't really a fan of it. This one, yeah, it does look like Predator type shit, but I like the helmet. I just don't really care for the rest of it. I'm not a fan. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't really fit him. It looks too gothy. I don't like the gothy. See, with the chains hanging, like I'm just kind of whatever about that. I don't really like that. This looks like it should have been like a Sevagoth skin. This is Kuervo. Yeah, you could put on the original knives. Yeah, you could. But that doesn't change the fact that you got chains hanging from your nutsack and all that. So that's why I'm just kind of whatever about this skin. I don't like it. I just like the helmet. That's it. Which could we buy the helmet by itself? I would just buy the helmet by itself, straight up. Doesn't look like you can. Your build, it's on Overframe. The link is on my channel. Red Incarnon versus Nadaruk. I don't know, whatever you want. They both suck. In my opinion, they both suck. I don't like bows in this game. But Any, meeny, miny, mo, flip a coin. Children build is on my overframe. This is Kuervo. Alright, I'm gonna get my ass out of here. Take a break. I wanna just lay down and watch a movie or something. But it's been a pleasure. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you guys on Monday, and we'll do some more stuff and things, the usual knockout weeklies, and then probably play some new stuff. I don't know. Because I've been thinking about playing Spider-Man 2. Especially after playing a lot of Araxia, she kind of got me in a mood to play Spider-Man again. So so now I think I got to finish that game. But anyway, have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next one.